fellas, now it's just back here with a quick video, and I'm just going to give you a tour around my work area, just to prove that, well, not to prove as such, but just to show that even with limited resources, limited area, you can still make models. I mean, I used to use a tray on the sofa or the kitchen table or dining room table, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start. Just fetch you in and you can have a quick look. Okay, so just 2 ticks. So this is my room. Okay, it's not very big. It's an alcove that goes off my main bedroom. Okay, so we'll go in and we'll have a proper look. So moving in, nice cheap, I think it's an IKEA chair that I got from second-hand for about £15, and then we moved round to just a little fold-up table, a desk that I scrounged from work, and some drawers over that side. So just moving in, starting off with the compressor. So that compressor there is just a cheap one that I got from Aldi. I've only recently had it for what, about 2 or 3 months, and now I can do all sorts with it. So I can do modelling and all that sort of stuff, which is, so it's great just to have that a little bit more control. We'll talk about my airbrushes in a minute. Moving up, so PVA glue, head torch if I need it, and just my spray booth with some kitchen paper on the top and some well, scratch building material. So in there I've just got a little bits of wire, some clear sweet wrappers and stuff like that, just so I can do, you know, some scratch built stuff. Moving on to my paints, there we are. So starting at the top, so a few Tamiya paints. Moving on to my Vallejo metal colours and a few Acon paints that I got from my SU27 and some Buffables. Then on to a selection of Mr. Hobby Aquarius paint range, and then on to the majority of paints I've got are Vallejo Model Air. Now they're all good for brush painting and all that sort of stuff, so that, yeah, I can use them from all sorts. And then on the bottom shelf, various other Vallejos and primers. Sorry about that, the camera cut off. So some Zippo fluid that I use for thinning my oils and all that sort of stuff off. Just close that down for a minute. Some various thinners, all homebrew, mainly with IPA and water. And some screen washers. They're just handy bottles to keep them in. Moving up to the top, a few stuff that my kids have asked me to put in here, you know, as you do. I'm moving around. Another, let me move that out of the way. Another shelf. Mainly on here we have got a cheap nail file, electric nail file that I can use for rubbing down you know, sidewalls, and some more just toothpicks, plastic bands, onto a box up there that I can put any missiles and all that sort of stuff off any builds, you know, that need to keep dust off, so I can put them in there. And then into my work in progress, so I've got Hasegawa's Oscar. I'm not yet to start that, so that's Hasegawa's Machi C202 Frogolore Italian. Down to my knives, all my weathering, move that back up out there, weathering bits and pieces down there, and then some more other bits. I've got some oils and what have you over there. My old compressor. Moving around onto this tray is where I keep all my bits and pieces that I'm going to be using. So tweezers and, you know, some Citadel snips, knives, my glue bottle, so in a bit of polystyrene so it doesn't get knocked over easier. Cotton buds, a cleaning tub for when I'm cleaning my airbrush, extension, and up to a cheap 10 quid light from Bitch Art Foundation. That wall I'm probably going to put a few, you know, small pictures and all that sort of stuff. Moving on to tubs of paintbrushes. So these paintbrushes here are for all my acrylics. These ones here are for all my enamel or oil-based paints. And some pencils and pens. All the files I tend to use. And some actual other modelling tools, so a scriber, a router, some files and what have you. Some ball bearings that I tend to use for nose weight, so just use that with some PVA. My mixing palettes, one for paint, one for glue, so that's where I put on my super glue and stuff like that. And then some more bits and pieces that I can put parts on and what have you to paint with. A tile for cutting photo etch. A square measure, again just another one for putting bits and pieces in. And then on to my stash, and that is my stash, fellas. 1, 2, 3, including what I'm working on. Okay, a few reference books, and then we move up into this drawer. This is where I keep all my gel pens, and for anybody that keeps asking, they're the ones I use. My metallic watercolour pencil for doing chips and such like, and then my other watercolour pencils for doing scratches and all that sort of stuff on there. And then some other bits and pieces. I tend to use those for lights. I can use them for pouring switches, and then just some other bits and pieces in there. Pencil sharpener, my white gel pen. So put that one away. Next, we've got some needles. I tend to use those for replacing gun barrels. Some lighters. The lighters for either doing stretch sprue or for removing glue off their metal parts. A circle template. Some ultra fine sanding sheets, and just some other bits and pieces that I can use for well, whatever really. And then some spare tools, so some more snips, some pliers, some needle drill bits, and all that sort of stuff in that one. We then move down to a section of, they're all my most of my reference. So if I take any photos, get any photos off the internet, I normally put them in there, in that folder there. A good one, this book's a really good one for getting some shots of cockpits and stuff like that of some fighters. What we've got in here, so come on. So we've got, and the first one is the Spitfire be the 109, then it's the Thunderbolt versus the 109 kg, the Warhawk be the Oscar, the Mustang be the VW190, and the C5 be the Zero. And again, there's loads of interesting photos and write-up in this book about the Oscar and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a really good book, but not a bad price. And then this one I got from a second-hand bookshop, and it's just got, again, a lot of series, profiles and all that sort of stuff. Then we move on to my set of drawers down here. So in the top, that's as far as it goes, but I've got my tapes, my fillers, some blue tack, super glue, pegs, little clamps, my blades, cotton buds, some more pegs, some solder and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, okay, so that's that one. Next one is, again, I've got some fine sandpaper, and other things, some foil that I use for doing seat belts. There's quite a bit in there, so quite a bit to keep me going. Cocktail sticks, fishing wire, soldering iron, all that good stuff. Next one is where I keep all my thinners and stuff like that. So my IPA, my screen wash to go with some glycerol, so I can make my own thinner and my own cleaner. And then in this one is where I keep all my cheap oils and stuff in there, and the rest is just rattle cans, so primers mainly. What we got? We've got some black, gloss black, you know, and other ones. Dejanay normal grey primer, baby powder to mix in with some super glue to make some thinner. That's that. Then up on this wall is where my calendar, and that is there's my son's modelling list, and then some other just pictures and what have you. So that's it, fellas. That's my my cave. Oh yeah, this is my filming rod, so that's the view you normally get. So I use my iPhone and this tripod. So there we are, fellas. That's my cave, my desk. Like I say, it's just off the bedroom, so I'm not showing out that because it's a mess at the moment. Just out there is my bedroom. Above me, up there, and up there above this tall one that was here, you can see I have got quite a few kits on the to-do pile, plus my spares box, and where I keep all my instructions and my surplus decals. So they're all up there. Same up behind me, there's boxes there of kits that I've started, but for whatever reason, maybe me, you know, it's gone tits up really. But one thing I didn't say on there, I have got other bits and pieces, and there's there's toothpaste, what I tend to use for shining canopies. So let's say you've got the F16 up there that I'm going to do, the Tamiya F16. It's got a big seam line, which I have showed on a video, which I'll be showing again. You can use that instead of polishing compound. Talking about builds and what have you, the builds I tend to do, I tend to do builds that interest me, so I don't go out and buy loads of kits and what have you. The two Tamiya ones up there I'm going to get some extras for and stuff like that. So that's the build area. I've talked about my compressor, so I will talk next a little bit about my airbrushes. So I have 3 airbrushes, starting with this one. This is a cheap, nasty knockoff from China. It's got a 0.5 needle in it, so the needle is, you know, it's massive. And I mainly use that one, well, I use that one for doing base coats or Styrylez. Okay, filler, primer. So I use that for primer. Especially now I've got the new compressor. I can wipe the compressor up, I can use the 0.5, and I can lay that down lovely. So that's that one. My oldest airbrush ones I've had the longest is my Neo, my Iwata, my Neo for Iwata. I've had that since I started airbrushing, so 3 or 4 years. And I use that one mainly for clear coats now. So that'll go for gloss coats or matte coats. So that one's all for that. And then my workhorse is my Harder and Steenbeck Ultra. So this has got a 0.2 needle in. The Iwata has also got a 0.35. This has got a 0.2 needle in it. So this is what I do with all my fine duty work and normal everyday work. Okay, and I keep them all in a case. It's just an old airbrush case, and in here I I've got my cleaning bits and pieces. So what have I got in here? So also I've got the spanners. I've got some actual proper metal cleaning brushes. I've got a reamer. Okay, so just a little reamer to clean out my nozzles, and probably what I've got, well, not what I've got, but what keeps my airbrushes from the needle cap, where is it, or the nozzle from getting damaged. Tend to use these cheap toothbrushes. So you go to like places like Home Bargains, B&M, and you can pick up these cheap nylon toothbrushes, and when you clean your brush, obviously instead of trying to get these ones all the way in, these metal ones that aren't great, these are nice and soft, so you can get up and clean round, and they give you a really good get rid of most of the crap that's in there, should I say. So yeah, and that, fellas, I think is everything. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but if you want to know anything, please feel free to leave a message down below or wherever, and I will get back to you. So I'll just put that on like so. Oh, what's that? And then also I've got a cleaning pot. That's the only stand I've got. So if there's no more questions, I'll leave you to it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.